the Women Unleashed podcast. Join us as we share with you the confronting, fun, wild, fucked up, epic, and raw side of being a woman in today's world.
Come along on our journey as we dive deeply into what makes us tick and how we create our lives. Nothing is off limits.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Women Unleashed podcast. We are your hosts, Taylor and Britt, and today we will be talking to you about owning and embracing what you got.
Oh, I love it. Your assets.
Me too.
You might not think they're assets, but they are.
And you need to embrace them.
Hell yeah. Before we dive into that, I would like to acknowledge all of the people that have been sending me feedback, giving me a call, giving me a little instant message here and there. I don't know about you, Taylor, but it's been super cool.
Yeah.
So thank you.
It's been awesome. It's been really good.
So
thank you everyone. We really appreciate it and please keep it coming.
Yes, we love it. Means we're on the right track.
Yes, it does. It does.
Cool. So, today we're going to talk about embracing what you got. And by that, we mean like physical assets.
So how you look.
Yep. Legs, boobs, butt.
Yeah, all the good stuff.
Feet. Some people really like feet. There's feet models out there.
Yeah, not for me. But yep, there are. Each to their own, right?
Totally.
So, Britt, what have you got?
I have an epic ass and great legs.
Yeah, you do.
Really great legs and ass. So that's what I've got. What have you got, Taylor?
So I have got, well, fortunately for me, I have got big boobs. Yeah, they're a little nice, I guess.
They're really nice.
Yeah,
they're
are.
big, beautiful, and juicy boobs.
Yes, they are. Just like your bum.
Taylor's blushing.
Yeah, I am.
And look, there's a lot of women out there that have really awesome assets and like us, probably for a long time, didn't embrace them.
No, I think sometimes you get told not like to hide yourself, hide bits.
Well, I think that is a reaction to what, unfortunately, what happens in some areas of society,
Yeah.
So, gosh, I feel like we've just uncovered a behemoth of a pool of topic. Yeah,
We've only got 20 minutes.
Yeah, Jesus, I was not expecting that. So, look, what did you do, Taylor, to before you were aware of it? How did you relate to your boobs?
I probably related to them as seen as like that is all I kind of was to some people. So in the sense like I was just boobs and no brain.
Yeah.
A little bit. I guess with men too, it felt like that was all that was, being noticed or commented on when I felt like more to me. So yeah, I guess there was like an angry, annoyed, frustrated kind of context around my boobs because, yeah, I didn't feel like they did me any favors or were good. There was always something like a sexualized thing to them, or there was always something about them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd either hide them or feel like embarrassed if I kind of showed them off in certain things. Like there was an embarrassment, like it's too much. It was too much.
Yeah, how dare you have such amazing boobs?
Yeah, like, put it away a bit.
Yeah, like you shouldn't be so gifted.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
Yeah, like something wrong with me.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
It really
Thanks.
sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, well, what about you, Britt?
I didn't even know I had a great ass because
Well, we all did.
I didn't know until I started doing bodybuilding and we were posing practice, and my coach was like, geez, Britt, you've got a beautiful peach ass. And I was like, what the hell? Because who stands directly behind themselves and looks?
Yeah.
You sort of usually get like a side profile. And yeah, so once they said that, I sort of started showing it off a bit. And my legs, I knew that they were like long, but I always related to them as like not enough. You know, like they weren't good enough, they weren't skinny enough. But at the same time, I was really happy to like show them off when I was out and about. But it was more like to get noticed, and then as soon as somebody noticed me, it would be like I would judge them.
Yes, I can relate. Totally. Yeah. I want to put that in mind too.
Yeah.
That's what I think too.
Yeah. So how else do I relate to them? I related to my whole body as an object, really. Like, but yeah, legs and arse. Sorry, we're just playing around with the audio, trying to get it right, and I think I might have just stuffed it.
It's all right. Okay. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, and so let's look at if I'm relating to myself as an object, then I would easily trade myself. I'd diminish my value and think that I actually don't have the smarts to do what it is that I want to do with my life. And that's kind of how I related to myself as an object. Like I would trade, like in relationships, I would trade like sex or, you know, being good looking in order to be with someone to get what I wanted. Yeah.
That's really interesting. Never really thought about it that way.
Yeah. Well, that's just how it was for me.
No, I think, I think that sums it up for me too. But I've never just looked at it like it resonates with me. I just didn't really look at it like that. I'm sure there's many people out there that think the same thing. Yeah.
So, Taylor, what happened when, like, or how would you dress to stop this from happening? Or if you did dress and you have exposed boobs, what would, like, and somebody looked at them, like, what would you do?
I'd probably be offended.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't say anything, but I'd just be offended. And then I think maybe I even thought sometimes like it amounted to my worth. Yeah. As well.
And then,
you know,
like for me, when I got that, I'd be furious. Like, well, how the fuck am I only worth this? Like, I've got heaps up here in my head to offer.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that all I amount to? Yeah. Yeah. Same. And I think, I know I still do it. I've been told I still do it now. Like I fidget to try and hide them or to put them in place or to make sure they're not falling out. You know, like you're kind of fidgeting all the time, which just makes people notice them more, right? Like you're trying to hide something, but because you're fidgeting, people will look at it anyway. So it's just defeating the whole purpose.
Well, yeah. And you're creating it. You're like, you pissed off that people look at your boobs, so you fidget to cover them up for people not to look at them, but actually that's attracting the attention.
Yeah, and then I get fucked off with them as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So how pleasant is it walking around being like angry and fucked off at people that look at you how pleasant is it for everyone else?
Not very pleasant. And it's just a natural kind of process for people to look. We're all visual creatures.
Yeah. Yep. To look and appreciate. But yeah, so I had the same experience. Like I just walk around like angry and pissed off, like and flipping from don't I look so great to fuck off, don't fucking look at me. Like yeah. And the impact is that like people don't want to be around angry people.
No, they don't.
No. So you sort of have people that come into your life and quickly go out of your life.
You kind of just like a bitch with boobs.
Yeah, and you become the stereotype. Yeah. You then
You're just creating it.
Yeah. creating it and supporting it. And we're about sort of like rattling the cage here at Women Unleashed.
Looking at this stuff.
Yeah, and really challenging and being responsible for how we are relating to our bodies. And like you just said earlier, like I love checking people out.
Yeah, me too.
I check guys out at the gym.
And
not
girls.
even just at the gym, but I check women out.
I love checking out their bums at the gym. I'm like, oh, what does she do?
Dang.
Yeah.
And I really want, like, part of the purpose of us talking about this today is I really want people to have the freedom to check other people out and to allow themselves to be checked out.
Yeah, and to have like no shame or guilt around it.
So, Taylor, what happened to you when you finally got, maybe, like got the impact of being angry about your boobs and then started embracing them?
Well, I guess, like, you know, one of the things was I realized how stupid it was. It's just ridiculous. It is. Like, for me, it's just silly. Like, they're part of my body and they're great. Like, some girls would love them.
Yeah.
Some people pay for these boobs, you know, like, and I'm not even appreciating that. So I just got to appreciate what I have and to, I guess, use it to my advantage as well. Like, own.
What did that look like for you?
Well, what did it look like? Well, I guess just not being scared to show, like, wear things that show them, or not being scared of how I look.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. So would you start wearing more like cleavagey things?
Yeah.
Or?
Start wearing more cleavagey things, more things that embraced the really nice bits of my body. Like, I have nice boobs and a nice little waist. So, you know, owning those and shaping those things, and then being confident in that.
Yeah, so you actually started to dress to accentuate your assets.
Correct.
Rather than cover up and hide them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What about you, Britt?
I, like, got a lot more confident and just could be really free and be intentional about the things that I was shopping for, because I would wear things that covered up my legs or didn't really hug my butt and wondered why, like, they didn't look any good, you know? And
they weren't right for your body.
Yeah. And I just got a whole lot more proud of myself. And what that looked like in one particular instance, it was actually about my boobs, of all things, was we were at an event recently and I was wearing a ball gown, and one shoulder sort of was quite loose, you know, it sort of kept slipping a bit, and we're sitting at a round table, so you're always like leaning in and like talking to people.
Yeah.
And I was talking to someone and my partner was sitting across the table talking to someone else, and he noticed that my boob was hanging out. Now, my boobs are so small. Like, there's no wire in my bras. Like, there's just literally like a little bit of padding, like, so I don't have, what do you call it, mosquito bites poking out and to people. And I quite happily not wear a bra most of the time. Anyway, my partner goes, look, sorry, I've got an agreement with my partner to tell her when her boob's hanging out. So I've just got to tell her that.
Yeah.
And the guy that he was talking to looked straight at my boob, because that's what you do, right? And then my partner said, oh, your boob's hanging out. And I was like, oh, it is. Cool. Yeah. And then just like put my shoulder back on and was like grateful that whoever he was talking to had a good look, and away we go. Like,
just not a big deal.
Yeah. Previously I would have been like, oh my God, he saw my boob. Like, but no, it's pretty cool and freeing to be nothing about it.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I just go for things that like really show off my legs, short skirts, dresses, or things that like hug them.
Yeah, nice.
So yeah, it's cool. And I have had a lot of assistance
Tell us about that.
My partner took me possibility shopping once.
Ooh, I like it.
And we're going to be doing that with you, Taylor.
Yeah,
this
I'm excited.
weekend.
Yes, I'm super excited about that.
And this possibility shopping requires somebody else to really be appreciative of what you've got. To pick clothes that accentuate that. And the reason it's important you have somebody else do that is because your frame of mind or your view of the world isn't the same as theirs.
No.
Because I don't know about you, Taylor, you might still be like 50% sold on how great your boobs are.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I don't need to like bullshit about it. I am.
Yeah.
There's still parts of me that I'm like, oh, I need to cover that, or it's unprofessional, or it's, you know, like frowned upon. So
yeah.
And then you have other moments where you're like, fuck it.
Yeah. Gonna go all in.
Yeah.
So yeah, you need to go shopping with someone that's 100%, you know, all in about how epic your boobs are. And they will pick the things for you. And I went shopping with my partner and he picked the things for me. And like I used to wear all these boring pastel colours and it was so hard. I got upset. I wanted to cry. And he was just so funny. And now we're at a point where like I can pick things that like look good on me. But it took a couple of shopping sessions and it really kind of shook me. You know, like for a little while I was like, oh Jesus, like can I not dress myself? Like, you know, kind of second guessing.
Yeah.
So it took me having to like surrender and just go with whatever like they were picking for me. I'd try them on and I'd be like, oh, actually I look really good.
Yeah. Well, sometimes when it's on the rack, you're like, that is ugly.
Yeah.
Like that is not for me. And then you're right. Which obviously the person you're shopping with can like see right through the rack. And can go, that's going to look odd.
Lol, that's a really good joke.
I didn't even mean to. That was
I think I just burped on that. Oh, that's a great joke, Taylor.
Thanks, yeah. I just come up with these things.
Yep. So funny. Okay. So we're going to take Taylor possibility shopping this weekend.
Yes. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm a bit nervous too, but I'm excited. Got my money ready.
Got your money ready
to go.
Got your fun tickets.
Yep.
So. And what we would love people to take away from this episode is to have a think about what are your assets.
Yeah. What can you own about yourself and embrace?
Yeah.
And love.
And like ask other people. Don't ask yourself because clearly if Taylor's still 50% enrolled in her boobs, like let's be real. We'll have to have you share them on the appropriately on the Instagram.
Yes, please.
Yeah. So people can see how awesome they are.
Yeah, I agree. So I think as you said, take away, you know, reflect on what you can own about yourself and ask others like what they love about you and how, you know, how you look. And it might be your smile, or it might be your beautiful legs, or your feet,
your waist,
as Britt said.
Yep, or your feet, your hair.
Yeah.
And just really get that like hating on people for looking at you doesn't work.
No.
It just like it's a broken tool. Just let that one go because it just repels people. You want to like create more love and connection with people.
Yep.
Embrace yourself. Be warm and inviting and cuddly of yourself.
Yeah. That's perfect.
You'll invite the same into your life. So cool beans. Well, thank you everyone for listening today. And I hope you have fun sharing what you've gotten for yourself out of listening. As you know, our goal is for our content to reach as many people as possible and to become the #1 women's empowerment podcast in Australia.
Yes, it is.
So if you love what we've got, and I mean if you love what we've got, please subscribe, leave a review and share the podcast. And we will be talking to you next week.
See ya.
Bye for now.